Ivan Ilyich was an ordinary man. So ordinary, in fact, that his life could be summed up in a single polite sentence: a respectable career, a proper marriage, and a decent social circle. He took pride in this. He believed that to live as one should was the very definition of a good life. But then one day something changed. It began with a small nagging pain, an ache so trivial that he barely mentioned it. Yet as days became weeks, the discomfort grew sharper, more persistent, as if it were a quiet knock on a door he did not want to open. At first he dismissed it. "It's nothing. A minor irritation. I'll rest a little and be fine," he told himself. Doctors were visited, tests were taken, but no one gave him a clear answer. Or perhaps they did and he simply refused to hear it. Because death to Ivan was something that happened to other people, not to him. Denial became his shield. He clung to it even as the pain deepened. At night, lying in bed, he began to hear something else, an unspoken whisper inside his chest: "Your time is running out." It was not loud, but it was constant, and it frightened him more than he dared admit. Ivan had built his life with precision. The right job, the right wife, the right friends. Everything arranged according to what society expected of a man of his standing. But as the illness progressed, those neat arrangements began to fall apart. His colleagues paid brief visits, offering polite words before returning to their own affairs. His family seemed more burdened than concerned. His wife avoided speaking about his condition as if ignoring it might make it disappear. Ivan began to notice something cruel. In the eyes of others, his suffering was a passing inconvenience, not a central tragedy. Even surrounded by people, he felt utterly alone. It wasn't the absence of bodies in the room, it was the absence of understanding. No one could grasp the depth of his fear, the sharp regret that gnawed at him. He realized that the life he thought was full had been mostly performance. He had been acting for decades, wearing the mask of the man everyone wanted him to be. And now, in the silence of his sick room, the mask no longer fit. In the final days, a strange calm began to settle over him. It did not come suddenly, but like dawn, slow, pale, inevitable. He understood something he had avoided his entire life, that all his titles, all his social graces, all his careful choices would vanish with him. They were not him. What remained was painfully simple: the kindness he had failed to show, the moments he had hurried past, the people he had loved too little or too late. And in that clarity he felt something unexpected: relief. It was no longer a fight. He wasn't forgiving death, he was forgiving his life. Tolstoy frames the story as one man's confrontation with death, but it is just as much about the living. What is a good life? Ivan's answer comes too late, but it is still worth hearing. Live honestly, live with compassion, live as if the end is real, because it is. In the end, we carry none of our status or accomplishments with us. What remains is what we leave in others. The feelings, the gestures, the love. That is the only part of us that doesn't die.